My dad died when I was 7. Yesterday, I found out my mom has been hiring different men to call me on my birthday, pretending to be him for 15 years. My dad died when I was 7. Yesterday, I found out my mom has been hiring different men to call me on my birthday, pretending to be him for 15 years. I am not angry, I am heartbroken by how much she sacrificed to preserve a connection I thought was supernatural. Since I was 8, I received a phone call on my birthday every year. The calls always come at exactly 9:03 p.m., the time I was born. The man on the other end says, "Happy birthday, kiddo," exactly like my dad used to. He knows details about my life that only my dad would know, asks about my friends by name, and always ends with, "I am so proud of who you are becoming." I believed it was my dad's spirit somehow finding a way to call me my mom. Never discouraged this belief. She would always leave the room when the calls came, saying it was private time between me and dad. When I asked how it was possible, she would just smile and say, "Love finds a way." Yesterday was my 22nd birthday. The call came as usual at 9:03 p.m. We talked about my final year of college, my internship, and my girlfriend Tess. He knew Tess was planning to cook me dinner, knew about the BSB I got on my economics final, knew I was thinking about graduate school. Then something strange happened. He called me by the wrong name, Jason, instead of Justin. He quickly corrected himself, but something felt off. After we hung up, I went to my mom's home office to get tape for wrapping a late gift for Tess. That's when I found the script. It was a detailed document titled Justin's 22nd birthday cow. It contained everything the caller had said, including questions to ask, references to my recent achievements, and notes about my friends. There were revisions in my mom's handwriting, including a circled reminder. His name is Cecily, not a Plurus. I found more scripts in her desk, 15 years of them, each meticulously crafted. Along with them were receipts from a service called Sowis Connections and notes about which voice actors sounded most like Dad. When I confronted her, she broke down. She explained that after the first birthday without Dad, when I cried myself to sleep asking why he couldn't call me from heaven, she couldn't bear it. She found a voice actor with a similar accent to Dad's and wrote a script based on things Dad would have said. It was only supposed to be once, she sobbed. But you were so happy, so convinced it was really him. I couldn't stop. Every year she would gather information about my life, my friends, my struggles and achievements. She would carefully craft these scripts, making sure Dad knew exactly what was happening in my life. She would save for months to pay for the voice actors, sometimes taking extra shifts at work. The most heartbreaking part. She revealed that some years when money was especially tight, she would go without essentials to pay for the calls. There were months I ate for maintenance so you could hear your father's voice, she admitted. I am not angry. How could I be? For 15 years my mother orchestrated a miracle. While other kids had fathers who helped with homework or attended their dames, I had a father who somehow reached beyond death to tell me he was proud of me. What I thought was supernatural was actually something far more extraordinary. A mother's love so powerful she created magic year after year. I held her for a long time, both of us crying. Then I asked for the phone number of the service. When she asked why, I explained that next year I want to write the script. It's time I help carry this beautiful burden. She shouldered alone for so long, but now that you know it's not really him, she started. Mom, I interrupted. It's always been him, you just gave him the words. This morning I called the voice actor who made yesterday's mistake. I thanked him for all the years he's played my dad and asked if he'd be willing to continue. He told me he looks forward to these calls all year, that helping create this connection for a fatherless kid has been the most meaningful work of his career. Sometimes the most extraordinary love isn't the kind that transcends death. It's the kind that lives in a mother who refuses to let go of magic, even when she has to create it herself.